what does your learning plan for the future look like? I was thinking about this last week when I was speaking at the Financial Advisors Association of Australia National Congress, and I was speaking to advisors about how to remain relevant and fit for the future. And in the Q&A segment, somebody asked me a question about podcasting. And they said, I want to start a podcast, but I'm really new to it. And how can I get over that fear of thinking that other people are going to dismiss it and build that confidence and also build an audience? And in the moment, I gave a response about saying, look, you just need to get started because everyone starts off in that place. And with practice, you'll gain confidence and also you'll build that audience. And I still stand by that. But I also want to take that a little bit further, because the other part of that answer is to say that you can build a podcast to build an audience, but you don't have to be podcasting purely for the audience. Now, don't get me wrong, they're the professional podcasters who are out there trying to build an audience, and then eventually they want to monetize the podcast so it becomes an income stream for them. But that's not true for most people. And whether or not you're planning to build an income stream, doing something like podcasting or blogging or publishing a YouTube channel or regularly posting content, valuable content on LinkedIn, all of those are really valuable things that you can do for yourself, for your own learning, not just to share learning and ideas and information with other people. So, what do I mean by that? See, the thing is, when you start doing those sort of things, what you're doing is you're creating a discipline of using this platform. You're making a commitment, even if just to yourself, that you're going to take some information that you found elsewhere in the world, from your own life, from your own reading, from talking to other people, and you're going to distill it, filter it, figure out how to make it relevant and engaging, and then capture it in a form that you can then publish as a podcast or as a YouTube video or as an article on LinkedIn or in some other way. And that discipline of going through that process, taking information in, figuring out how to make it relevant, and then sharing it is one of the most useful skills that you can have for the future. Not because you become a content creator, but because you're engaging in this skill called sense making. So there's a future-ready skill called sense making, which involves, part of what it involves is this idea of taking information, understanding this really complex world, and then figuring out what's relevant, and then sharing it in a way that creates value. And if you create a podcast or a YouTube video channel, or you write regularly, they don't even have to be public blogs. There may be things that you share regularly with people in your team and in your broader network. So when you do those things, then you are building your skill of sense making. It's a really valuable skill for the future, because we're all being bombarded by so much information. We also have quite complex problems that we're trying to solve, and we need diverse perspectives and different opinions and different ideas brought together in a way that's understandable and useful. So what are you going to do? You don't have to publish a podcast. You don't have to publish a blog. You don't have to create your own YouTube channel and try to get millions of followers. That's not the point. The point is to have for yourself a discipline of a platform that you're regularly going to be publishing information to. And of course, you're publishing it so other people get value from it. That's part of the process. But the real reason you're publishing it is so you have created a platform so that you can take information from the world and then share it in a way that's relevant and meaningful. Now, of course, you can do that without the platform, but it's so much better if you have the platform as well, for two reasons. One is the information that you're getting, you are sharing and making it useful to people. So that's valuable in its own right. And two, because you have the platform, it gives you more incentive to build the skill of learning so that you can share on the platform. So for me, for example, I share a blog every week, and it's a video blog. So you might be watching it here, but you might be listening to the podcast version of it, or you might be reading it on my website blog, or you might read it on LinkedIn. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go to the same extent that I do, because this is part of my day job. But having even one platform means that you've got a way to share it, and it gives you an incentive and a discipline to be able to post to that regularly. So that's part of your learning platform for the year ahead and for your future. So what are you doing? What sort of platform are you going to create? And if you don't have one already, maybe set that as a goal for 2026. Just to have a platform with no intent except to have a way of sharing your ideas and have a place where you can share your ideas regularly. If you'd like to know more about this, come along to my free public online presentation about future ready skills. It's coming up very, very soon. If you haven't registered already, it's free. Please register, and I'm sure you'll get value from it. I'll see you in the future.